Hello from gardening at Douentza here in Ireland, and here's an unscheduled quick look in the greenhouse. I've been out planting dahlias in the garden. You can tell from my voice how exhausted I am. Planting dahlias and chasing the blooming hare up and down the garden. Of course, I have absolutely no chance of catching him. And now it's started raining, so I wanted to keep the greenhouse tour for when I had it all sorted out. But, well, let's have a quick look around now. And here we have the showy side of the greenhouse, where I've put a number of things that are looking very nice now. And the idea with this display is to always have it looking pretty. So when plants go over, when the flowers fade, then I lift them down and put them somewhere else until they come back into flower again. As you can see, I have a lot of pelargoniums because, well, I do like pelargoniums. I'm not really sure where to start, but maybe the buds here on this Dudleya are of interest. This is a gorgeous plant with mealy on it. It's kind of white powder. And it's coming into flower for the first time for me, but I think the flowers are quite insignificant. That one seems to be open and it's not, well, it's not a showstopper. I think this is one really for the foliage. And likewise the little Echeveria sylvestris beside the Dudleya. Its flowers are open. Now I thought they might open more fully, but I think this is all we're going to get. It's one really more for the foliage than the flowers, but yeah, the flowers are quite cute too. On this shelf here, the thing that jumps out at me is the orange little peanut cactus here, which is in bloom. So cute. Now the flowers don't last very long. These are the ones that have flowered already, but they're so pretty. And a couple more coming, I think. Absolutely delighted with that. And those of you who saw my last greenhouse tour may recall that this succulent was just coming into bloom at the time. All coming into bud, and there it is opened. Moving along, there's that Pelargonium I got at the bloom show. Oh, I'm not sure if I've uploaded that video yet. Goodness, I'm behind. Anyway, you'll see it. Chocolate rose. Unfortunately, I lost the one I got at the bloom show last year. And, oh yes, this is very exciting. Look. This is one of the little epiphyllums I got from Lynn from the channel Desert Plants of Avalon, the Deutsche Keiserin, and you can see it's a small cutting, a small rooted cutting, yet still it's gonna flower. Look at that. But as you can see, I already have a Deutsche Keiserin. And this is my bigger plant. I actually thought I'd lost it last year because it rotted. But yeah, it's it's managed to create new roots, and here we go. It's in full flower. And when the buds opened first, they were like the pale ones on the little baby one we've just looked at. I thought, oh my goodness, is it anemic or what? But they've just coloured up nicely as the plant has matured. It's a real smasher, and thanks a million, Lynn. I'm delighted to have two of them because it's a really beautiful plant. So from the Deutsche Keiserin to the other epiphyllums that are in bud, which I've hung up above here in the greenhouse. And this one has a massive, great big bud coming now. I think that one's hard to believe because it looks orangey, and behind it, this is the, we can't really see that well, the Marseillaise one. Over here, can you see the bud? So exciting. No, not Lynn's Epiphyllum Deutsche Keiserin. Here, on this Protea that I grew from seed. This is Protea repens, and it's one of several species I grew from seed a couple of years ago. and this is the first one to show signs of a bud. Now I'm not 100% convinced because I've been fooled by Proteas before. It looks like a bud, but then it turns out to be just the new growth. So, well, fingers crossed. It would be good if it were. Down below them, in the shelf below, we have my, well, succulent cutting collection. These are ones that I got sent from Spain last year, and of course when Lynn came to visit she gave me a whole selection of them too. So, well, most of them are doing well. The variegated Brugmansia is coming into bloom. Still a small plant, but a very, very long flower. And the other exciting news, if we don't look out there on the grass where there's still a bit of a mess, is this Aeonium that's coming into flower. And I don't know which one this is, but it's from the Canary Islands, and it looks like it's going to have white flowers. So if anyone has experience of this and can help me with an ID, I'd like to know what it is, but it's massive blooms. Lucky I have another one. Finally, let's take a quick peek in this section down the end, which is supposed to be the shaded area, and it's still under construction because I haven't yet covered it up there properly. Here we have a bunch of petunias which need to go into some baskets. Haven't done that yet. The rest of my Proteas, cuttings. This, did I mention this before? This is Alocasia macrorhiza that I grew from berries from seed, and that's the biggest one. I have another smaller one somewhere, but I was delighted to be able to get it from seed. And here we have, well, the Trevesia that stayed in the greenhouse over winter. The one that came into the house is big and bouncy now and it's been planted out for the summer. So yeah, good stuff. That was also from seed. Here we have those Crinums I bought as, well, tubers, bulbs in bloom. And Cordyline indivisa that I got at the plant fair last autumn. I'll put a link to that video up above, but it's come through the winter for me and I potted it on, and hopefully it'll do well for me. Down here we have the Cactusitums, but I just talked about them very recently. They're not doing a whole lot more since then. Hippeastrum and my Disas, which are ready to pop. Well, not pop, more like bloom. That one, this one, and the little one there. 3. I'm going to have 3 flowers this year. Okay, that's it. That was my update, unscheduled, for, when are we in? We're in June now, the beginning of June, but there'll be another June update, I'm quite sure of it. I hope you liked this video. I hope you'll check back for more. I do hope you'll buy my book, and if you're in Ireland, I hope you'll come and see my garden this summer. 2nd and 3rd of July for, well, for the public, and otherwise open to groups by appointment. Thanks very much for watching. Bye now.